What's going on, everybody? Triple Crown 24 back today with episode 6 in my Miguel Cabrera PSA Master Set Registry series. That's a mouthful. Just a couple of slabs to show off today, not as many as usual. I'm going to take some time at the end of the video to kind of reflect on some of the things that I've learned putting together the registry in the first couple of months, and then what I'm going to be doing moving forward and show off some of the pickups I've had recently. Some pickups that I will be submitting on my own to PSA. I just sent out a submission at the end of April, have one coming at the end of May, more likely than not as well, so very excited to get those sent out and see how they do. But I'll show off the cards I actually have slabbed up first. This one is part of my February 2019 submission, one that I didn't show on camera. It's a Mint 9 on this one, 2012 Finest Refractor from Miggy's Triple Crown year. This is my favorite of the Topps Finest designs since they put out that product. I know some people really like the 93, and I do like the 93 as well. You know, you can't beat the OG set. In terms of base design, I think this is the cleanest looking one and my personal favorite. Some of the recent releases I haven't been like too keen on. 2018 is okay, but like the 2014 design, I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest. I know it's got kind of that 90s feel to it, but I just don't like the way they did it. But this one's very clean looking. What I think docked this from a 10 is the centering. So you can see on the bottom here, it's kind of got that dotted pattern at the bottom, and it's got the same thing at the top, which they're off-centered. Try to get the top for you as well. A little bit more on the left than on the right. So I'm guessing that's what got this one. We had a pretty tough grader on this submission overall, but I'll take a 9. My theory, or not my theory, but my philosophy behind sending these cards in on my own is what I pay $12, which is the cost of the submission per card in the group I'm in, for a 9 version of this card. And most of the time my answer is yes. So if that is the case, then I'll go ahead and submit a card in. And this one worked out pretty well, so happy to have that Finest in there. Do have 2 10s as well today. First one is the 1968 style Heritage card from 2017 Topps Heritage. Second card from the set that I have this All-Star version now. I am missing Miggy's regular base, but I believe the biggest stars do get an All-Star card in the following year's release. I don't think they do the entire All-Star roster. I could be wrong. But this commemorates his 2016 All-Star selection, the lone Tigers All-Star in 2019. So very cool. The 68 design is from a year that the Tigers won the World Series as well, so it's very cool to see Cabrera on a design from the previous Tigers World Series team. I hope that in 2019 Series 2, when they release the new 84 inserts, that Cabrera is on one of them, because the 84 Tigers, absolutely phenomenal team, and they didn't have a single 84 style insert in Series 1, which was very disappointing to say the least. And then on the back we have the puzzle. So if you put all the cards in the set together, it will create this puzzle. This is an edge piece. The white guy on the Angels, I'll let you guess who this puzzle puts together. But that's very cool. Something that they've done in recent releases of Heritage, something that they did with the All-Star cards back in the late 60s and early 70s as well. So sweet addition there. I'll say that about pretty much any of the slabs I pick up. Now this one is my favorite one of the ones I have today, and it is a Panini card, which I don't have too many of. In fact, this is only the second Panini slab I have in the collection, but it's a 2015 Prism, and this is the Jackie Robinson parallel. And not including shipping, I paid $10.50 for this on a PWCC auction. Most of the time when I go to get a deal on these slabs for this type of card, the better deals are had at auction. A lot of the sellers who sell them at Buy It Now or Best Offer are a lot more stingy, I know, with their slabs. They want a little bit more for them, but on the auctions, a lot of times PWCC will start these out at 99 cents, and sure enough, you can get some pretty good deals on them. So this one I got for $10.50, much cheaper than I was expecting. You can see all the 42s on the front, and it is numbered to 42 on the back as well. I've talked about this before with the Panini cards. Really what will deter me from them is if the lack of logos or lack of licensing is very obvious. And this card It's more so obvious, but I think it makes up for it. You have the Dodger blue down below, and it kind of fades into the card, a little gradient effect to it. I really think that's really sharp. And then you've got, of course, all the 42s in there. I do have an Alan Trammell base Robinson that's not graded from 2014 Prism, and I like that design a little bit more. It's got just a blue border, Dodger blue all around, and it's got little white 42s. I think that's a little bit better than this one, but this one is still really sharp. And Jackie Robinson, iconic baseball player. That's right, I used the I word. And I actually bought this the day after Jackie Robinson Day. Very timely that the auction happened to end around that time. So I love Jackie Robinson, and to get the Cabrera version of his card is pretty cool to me. So at a Gem Mint 10, looks phenomenal in the Lighthouse flip. Had to go for it, especially at $10.50, less than the cost it is for me to submit it on my own. So those are my slabs for today. Accidentally hit Iron Man there. But then I've been also working on picking up some lots of Cabrera. So here's one that was about 40 cards. I've taken some out to put in my Cabrera storage box of all my Miggy base cards. So to get some of those into that set. And then here's another stack. This one was 29 cards. So I've just been picking up these lots. I've gotten some pretty good deals on them, just taking them out of people's collections, stuff that would sit at like a 50-cent box or a $1 box at shows. And what I've been doing is getting them, putting them underneath my light here that I use for my PSA submissions and getting ready to have them graded. So this is my current stack right now of cards that they're in my basically pending pile for PSA. It just depends on which one I want to submit. I usually cap it at 10 to 12 cards per submission, but here I've got this 2014 Bowman Platinum. I've got this one's based off 89 Bowman. This 2017 Finest, the 89 style Chrome from 2014 Chrome. A couple of these came from Mike O, actually, from 2018 Finest. Random Acuna in there. And some of these that I've shown off before that didn't quite make the April submission that will be heading out in a future submission. So really the goal of these is that, like I said, most of the time it's well worth it to me to get these cards in at least a 9. I ask for minimum grade 9 on each of these. For $12 each, you're not going to be able to really find those on eBay unless you're really patient and you wait around to find them. For me, I'm trying to build this up, so it makes sense to me to be able to submit these, and just some of the rarer ones like this green, for example. A lot of the colors or the relics or even the autographs, which I haven't really touched too much. I only have one slabbed autograph right now. They go for a lot of money. People, it's tough sometimes to get 10s on some of the colors. It's really tough to get 10s on the relics due to the thickness of them. So people ask for a lot of money on those unless they go to auction. Then sometimes you can get a good deal. So that's kind of been the strategy right now. I haven't looked at any of my relics. I'm sure that they have some corner wear on something where I'm probably not going to submit them because I think it would be less than a 9. But just keep looking around and adding in the slabs as I can. I've got a couple on ComC right now that I'm waiting to send off, or send to me, I should say, once I place my next request for shipment. But that'll wrap up today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below of today's pickups. What is your favorite type of parallel that a card company has ever put out? 42 is not my favorite, but I do really enjoy it. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.